Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and congratulations to all of you XRP holders out there who made it through this most recent crypto bloodbath, with XRP having dropped down to about 91 cents. And as I record this, I think it's at like $1.42, something like that. And so what I'm seeing here, and this isn't going to surprise those of you who have been around the block once or twice, those cryptocurrency investors who are brand new, they capitulated, they panic sold. Those who understand how markets work didn't freak out over this most recent price action. Some even just saw it as a buying opportunity, snatched up more XRP, and here we are as the price has resumed. Now, there was, of course, never a guarantee that this is for sure the direction things were going to go over the short term, but the short term doesn't matter, and isn't that kind of the point? Because even if it had gone lower, even if it does go lower, that doesn't matter. Does the short-term action invalidate the idea of whether or not XRP has long-term viability? Well, of course not, because none of this has a damn thing to do with fundamentals. It has nothing to do with real-world utility, or almost nothing. Almost 0% of it. It's just a bunch of emotional people buying and selling. So look, I've got some new information to share with you having to do with XRP, some data showing exactly these things that I'm talking about, and you need to be aware. And it's fascinating, whether you're new or not. It's fascinating to see how people behave when they're not making buying and selling decisions based on emotion. Because the people that are able to block that out, it's not like that's in and of itself a guarantee that you're gonna do well. Not in and of itself, but I'll tell you what. If I had to bet on who's going to make money in these markets, it would be the person who is not making emotional decisions rather than the person who is. So before I go any further and break into the specifics, I do want to be clear that I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast making YouTube videos all up on the internets about Ripple and XRP and crypto. And that's all that's going on. Damn it, nothing else to see here. Take a look at this headline from the Daily Hodl. Here's who's accumulating Bitcoin during dip, according to crypto analyst Will Clement. And so you're going to see this as a recurring thing. I want to start with this because it's Bitcoin, it leads the market, and then I got a couple others I want to talk about, including XRP, of course. I promise I will get to that information, but take a look at this because it's all part of a bigger picture. The market moves in tandem. It's led by Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's not going to zero anytime soon or ever, why would we be afraid that in the short term XRP would? Does not make sense to me. Anyway, on-chain analyst Will Clement is unveiling the group of buyers who he believes to be accumulating Bitcoin in the midst of Bitcoin's sustained sell-off. And by the way, I do want to mention this too. Like, even though I believe that Bitcoin is going to go up for the foreseeable future because it hasn't hit its all-time high, it certainly could end up being the case that many analysts, including the likes of, for instance, the blockchain backer, maybe he's right, and Bitcoin only goes up to maybe $80,000, $70,000, $80,000 what he's calling for. And so that does still mean there's room to grow, and so people can still buy now potentially, and this is not financial advice, again, to be clear, could buy now potentially and then sell closer to that range. But my gosh, in terms of the opportunity, it's I mean, I'm sorry to say it. Look, I'm a fan of Bitcoin. I'm a long-term holder of Bitcoin. Like, Bitcoin is currently, because it's already ran up, offering the least opportunity this market cycle out of any cryptocurrency on the planet. Unless there's just scam coins out there. You can find little outliers, this and that. Fine. But I'm saying outside of that, Bitcoin, it's already run up. And so this is not some sort of thing where I'm spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I'm just acknowledging that it's already had an incredible run. Very impressive, right? And deservedly so. But it's... I mean, what are you going to have, like less than a twofold increase, perhaps? Unless some of the other analysts that think that you're going to see, $200,000 or $300,000 Bitcoin this market cycle end up being correct. Okay, fine, and maybe, but I'm not convinced of that necessarily. But I don't want to get too far off track in that. I've talked about that a fair bit recently. I more so want to highlight the fact that there are all sorts of buyers out there that have recognized this as a tremendous opportunity. Wait till I show you the numbers for XRP, but first, note the following. In a new tweet, Clement tells his 37,100 followers that owners of Bitcoin wallets that were created in the last 3 months are selling their Bitcoin stack. See, is this surprising to you? Take a look at this quote. Younger, inexperienced wallets are selling 1 to 3 months and under. Older wallets continue to accumulate Bitcoin. So what does that tell you? These people that are inexperienced, they jump into crypto for the first time, they're purchasing that Bitcoin. And they may not even realize that purchasing Bitcoin is going to yield about the least opportunity out of any cryptocurrency on the planet, this market cycle anyway. I'm not talking about over a longer period of, 5, 10, 20 years, whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking in the short term, this market cycle, because it's already ran up. So they don't even know that. They have no clue. They just jumped in. And it doesn't mean that they're stupid, but let's call it stupid money because it's not behaving based on data. And then they've never seen anything like this level of volatility. So what happens when the market looks like it's fallen off a cliff? Oh my gosh, it's all gonna go to zero. What if it goes to zero and I put all my money in it? That'd be pretty bad. I won't go to zero. So what do? They panic sell. They're taking losses. But who is seeing that as an opportunity? People that know what the hell they're doing see that as an opportunity. Look, according to Clement's chart, wallets that were created between November 20th and April 2020 have been actively adding to their Bitcoin stack, even as Bitcoin's value tumbled between $64,000 to below $50,000. And it's funny to think that some of them aren't even like that ancient, and they already figured it out. It's like the people in the very short term, they are, my gosh, they're to be fed upon by all of the other hungry crypto participants in the market. Like, that's exactly what it looks like here. But it's not just with Bitcoin. Take a look at this. There are now, the XRP, there's a total of, as I record this, 2,853,167 XRP accounts. Now, mind you, all of this was supposed to go to zero because reasons, right? Except for those reasons never unfolded because it was stupid. Take a look at this now. This chart right here in the middle of the screen that I'm waving around. This is a chart showing the number of new XRP accounts activated, and it highlights that even during the scary sell-off over the last several days, or however the hell long it occurred, new accounts were being created at levels that just dwarfed what you saw earlier this year, and really dwarfed what you would have seen, 12 months prior, before any of the serious bull action for crypto space really took off here. It's very fascinating, and I'll tell you this too, because people that are new to the crypto markets, not only will they panic sell, they FOMO in, and so there's proof on this chart right here. As yesterday, XRP was running up. I don't know if for sure what the percentage is. Maybe it went up like 30% on the day. More money flooded in as a result, and more new accounts were created specifically because of that. The data just proves it. It is just happening. This is how people are behaving. So this is great. And so a lot of this I wanted to say, just to point out to anybody that's worried about this, like there is no indication that the top is in for, not no indication, but it doesn't seem likely that the top is in for this crypto asset class. And it's hard to find chart analysts that actually do think the top is already in. People are already asking that question with this most recent pullback that we had. But no, I follow so many chart analysts, and nobody, even if they're willing to entertain the idea, and some are, and that's fine. It's okay to talk about this stuff. I can't find one that's convinced that actually is the case. So I don't think so. And it would just be the weirdest damn thing. Like, this is going to be the market cycle that looks different than the rest of them. I'm just not convinced of that. And then here, again, to illustrate the point that it's the market moves in tandem. People are going to behave the same regardless of what coin it is that you're talking about here. Take a look at this headline, and this is very positive as well. New Ethereum whale addresses hit new all-time high this weekend. Think about this. While all these people were panic selling, you're having crazy amounts of Bitcoin get snatched up from the weak hands. With XRP, the same thing. Same thing with Ethereum. Here's more evidence. Addresses hit new all-time high. It couldn't be more clear. Maybe we're not that far off from the top. I don't know if it'll happen in a month or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever. Maybe it'll actually happen this calendar year, but my gosh, it's not like that imminent, even if so. So here's what they had to say in this piece. Data shared by popular analytics service Sentiment demonstrates that, this weekend, the number of Ethereum whale addresses soared to reach a new all-time high. A tweet published by Sentiment Today shows that Ethereum whale wallets that hold a minimum of 10,000 coins have surged in number and reached 1,311 wallets, a new all-time high. The Twitter post also shows that 80.34 million ETH are held in wallets with at least 10,000 ETH each. At the current ETH price, this equals to $198.1 billion, or more than 10,000 ETH per whale wallet. So I just wanted to share this with you because I think a lot of people don't get this, and it really, like the greatest hurdle perhaps in investing in crypto, it might not be what many people would guess, but it really is the management of one's emotions, because if you're incapable of handling that, you're gonna have a bad time. You're probably gonna get wrecked. R-E-K-T, wrecked. R-E-K-T, wrecked. So just be aware of it. That's why I try and share this information to show you what happened. Because look, we have the benefit of hindsight now. So here's what the people were doing when it was scary, that knew what the hell they were doing. The market happened to have gone up, and even if it didn't, I still insist. I would have said. I think that it would have panned out like as follows. More people would have bought even more XRP at some point. There would be a sufficient support level, and I still firmly believe that XRP would ultimately this cycle hit its all-time high, and all the jostling in between isn't going to matter at that point, and all of the fear that you experience and all the panic selling and all the FOMOing, it's not going to matter. That's why for me, it's just a set it and forget it type of thing. Just I've purchased my XRP, and then I wait, and that's it, and I don't try and time the market beyond that. I don't think, oh my gosh, I think the market's going to go down, so I'll sell my XRP hoping to buy it lower. First of all, there would be new additional tax implications because you reset the timer on your, if you're in the United States anyway, on your long-term capital gains holdings, so that can be a problem in and of itself. That alone could make it not worth doing that. And then in addition to that, how much XRP are you going to pick up extra even if it works out, versus how much risk exposure are you taking on? And if you really believe that XRP is going to result in life-changing money this market cycle, why are you willing, I'm just asking, why are you willing to engage in that much additional risk exposure by selling, hoping to buy lower if that's your plan? Now, you do what you want. I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold. I'm actually legitimately asking that. Feel free to articulate your case in the comment section below, because I do love diversity of thought. Everybody can do whatever the hell they want. But for me personally, that is not how I will be behaving. Not a chance in hell. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything I say. All right, that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.